even had discussion about him this morning in our meeting. You know, this guy has just come over and single-handedly almost turned his franchise into what it is, as Lorenzen Wright was able to get open again. And we talked about how important that's going to be to get around shot blockers. I mean, you've got to be active. He was certainly active, made himself available, and they got the pass over, especially if they decide to cheat on Pau Gasol.
Ren 20 of 28 over the last 8 games. Mobley with the leaner. Long rebound taken by Eddie Jones. Grizzlies look to run. Atkins at the controls.
This is good. This is good pace of this game for the Grizzlies here, Pete.
And Eddie Jones
will get called for an offensive foul. Looked like a little bit of a flop by Sam Cassell on the play, but it was enough to convince the official to make the call.
Eddie the foul. It is his first Grizzlies turnover. No team foul, of course. Mike Miller shuffles over to the scorer's table. He'll report it the next dead ball.
Looks like Eddie Jones is kind of limping a little bit, Pete, after that contact off of the trip by Quentin Ross.
Kaman backing down against Lorenzen. Eddie picks his pocket.
Just good defense. That's what's been solid in this homestand for the Grizzlies, is being able to get guys into tough shots as they force Eddie Jones into a tough shot.
Eddie was off balance. Shane is back, but Brand is able to force it in. Tied again at 8.
Just great body control by Elton Brand on that shot. That's a difficult shot for most guys in this league. He has excellent body control. I think Clippers will get called for an illegal defense. There were 3 guys just standing there guarding no one on the play.
Pau had Quentin Ross on him. That is 7 feet on 6'6" as you look at Mike Dunleavy.
And that's good patience, you know, with the basketball. I mean, the Grizzlies forced that illegal defense as Chucky Atkins makes the free throw by just being patient.
Chris Kaman was in the lane for 3 seconds, not defending anyone. And so that's why the call was made. Mike Miller is in, and Eddie Jones, remember, he had a sore left foot. Scotty McCullough, the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies, will check him out. Lorenzen. Brand blocked it. Lorenzen can't get it on the second chance. Cassell and the Clippers look for the lead, and a hand check foul called against Chucky Atkins out in front. That will be his second. Early call will go out for Bobby Jackson, and Mike Fratello looking over at Jason Phillips and saying, "Are you sure?" So Bobby Jackson comes into the ball game shooting 63% from downtown during the month of March as Chucky Atkins sits down. 2 assists and 1 point on the technical free throw. Ross and Mike Miller, Grizzlies' second leading rebounder, really putting in a strong effort. Perhaps 6th man of the year. Gasol out of the double team, and that time Kaman was the recipient of the wraparound behind the back pass. Ross from outside. And Lorenzen had the rebound knocked away. Miller on the pickup. Clippers had started 4 for 11. Grizzlies only slightly better at 4 of 10. But the Grizzlies winning the rebound battle. And Michael, that has been a reason why during the month of March they've won 7 of 10.
Well, we've talked about how important it is to rebound the basketball against the #1 rebounding team in the league. That is the Los Angeles Clippers, as the Grizzlies will get called for another turnover.
That is an unforced error. Then Mike Fratello not going to be happy with that. Grizzlies call for time. 5:25 remaining in the first quarter. Tightly contested as you might expect. Lorenzen with 6 early as he gets the start.
How was your weekend, Davis?
Actually, sir, I spent most of mine here. I had an idea to hide Bud Lights all around the office, you know, give the employees a little morale booster.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
I guess the savages didn't find all.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
UFC fighters from the USA and Canada will come together for one night to represent their country. Leading Team USA will be UFC middleweight champion of the world, Rich Franklin, as he takes on the dangerous Canadian David the Crow Loazo. Also, in what could be the fight of the year, former welterweight world champion BJ Penn takes on one of the most dominant fighters in the sport today, George Rush St. Pierre. The Ultimate Fighting Championship presents UFC 58 from the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
You're watching FSN South.
5:25 remaining in the first quarter. Grizzlies with a 1-point lead. And our sideline reporter, Tony Luffman. Michael, I have not seen him here courtside. I'm not sure where he's gone. Tony, are you out there somewhere?
I am. I found a cushy assignment inside Lexus Lounge, guys, where fans are able to experience the best of both worlds. It's a big night, obviously, in the Bluff City. Basketball over both my shoulders. You can see the Grizzlies game, and you can see the Tigers playing in the Sweet 16, the Oakland Regional. You know, there are a lot of people who are very interested in both games, among them Lorenzen Wright, who started at center for the Grizzlies tonight, one of the best to ever put on a Tigers uniform. Lorenzen, who has 6 points already tonight, has guaranteed that the Tigers will win by 15. Assistant coach Mitchell Anderson disagreeing, saying it will be Bradley by 2, guys.
Well, right now it's Memphis by 5 at the break, and the Clippers turn it over. Vladimir Radmanovic checked in. And did they give him the foul? Or did they? Yes, they did.
He basically ran over Mike Miller. It was an offensive foul. But the Grizzlies are playing very good defense, Pete, here in this opening quarter. Not shooting the ball. Neither team is shooting the ball very well. But they are. The defense is very solid. We talked about how important that is because that do win ball games.
Grizzlies have a hard time hanging on to it. 4 turnovers. Bobby Jackson off the cut. That was blocked. Clippers leading shot block team in the league. That's their second of the night. Radmanovic came over from Seattle for Chris Wilcox, giving the Clippers some much needed outside shooting and a breath of fresh air for Radmanovic as Mobley fires up a miss. Coutinho Mobley averaging almost 16 a game, but he's 0 for 2 to start.
And once again, Pete, excellent defense in the half-court offense. You have a mismatch as Pau Gasol will take the outside shot, and finally somebody makes one. You got Coutinho Mobley on a mismatch with Lorenzen Wright. He pulls up for a jump shot and misses. You got to be happy with that.
Clippers were very unhappy with the loss to the Hornets, 120-108 on Tuesday night. And Sam Cassell called his teammates out in the paper and said, you know what, we got to get tougher. We have to be tougher. New Orleans had lost 8 in a row. We know that they're coming back, and they're actually playing in New Orleans, one of the few games played in New Orleans arena. But the Clippers just got taken out of their game. Gasol with back-to-back buckets, and the Grizzlies have a 5-point lead. That's their largest advantage. And Eddie Jones heads to the official score, and he'll check in. So whatever was bothering Eddie, he's ready to go again.
Well, the Clippers are going back to Elton Brand as they want to try to get that ball inside. They know how effective this guy can be. But by the same token, Pete, on the other end, Pau Gasol is allowed one-on-one coverage, and he's taking advantage of Elton Brand in consecutive trips down the floor.
Shane Battier comes out. Eddie Jones returns. 3:41 remaining in the first quarter. Chucky Atkins started, but is out with 2 early fouls. In case you just joined us, if you're switching over from the Memphis game, Lorenzen Wright got the start tonight as Jake Sakalidis sprained his left thumb against the Pacers. So he is not available tonight. Brian Cardinal has been activated. Chris Kaman, 3 on the shot clock. 3-second call.
More like 5 seconds as the Clippers could not get rid of the basketball. Mainly Chris Kaman, but Pete, once again, that's 4 consecutive stops by the Grizzlies, but very convincingly. I mean, you've seen a couple of bad shots, with the exception of the foul that Lorenzen Wright got on Elton Brand the last trip. It has been very solid defense.
There's the one-on-one coverage. Kaman comes to help. Eddie to the reverse. Beautifully set up by Gasol. Powell let the pass go as soon as the double came, and that was huge. Grizzlies on a 7-0 run.
Well, what was so beautiful about it is as Sam Cassell goes the other way and scores 2 points, he passed that ball assuming that Eddie Jones was going to be there to receive that pass. That was just excellent communication.
And that's an exchange the Grizzlies have run all year, and very few teams have been able to shut it down. Gasol to the baseline. Bobby for 3. It's through.
And how about Pau Gasol making that good decision to realize he had no shot. Elton Brand played pretty good defense on the play and working the ball around the horn to get the open three by Bobby Jackson as he strips Sam Cassell.
3-on-1. Bobby to the cup, off the high glass.